To adjust system configuration parameters, just click the Configure button on the program monitor. Using the switcher input map, you can configure and/or confirm your PTZ camera status and assign any video source to any of the currently configured inputs. Click the line corresponding to the input information you want to view, and the Setup Input panel will appear. Select the type of input from a list of available internal and external sources. If you select NDI for the input, you can choose from a drop-down list of available NDI sources. The text in the Name field corresponds to the name displayed on the switcher input buttons. You can change this at any time from the default N numbers to something more descriptive. For non-NDI inputs, you can enter the source of the video in this field and change the default input switcher name from the default input number. Click this checkbox if you want to configure a PTZ camera. The window will then expand vertically to support your selection. Select the control protocol and type of interface. If you choose serial protocol, enter the port number and baud rate. If you select IP or UDP IP, enter the network address and port for that device. Click the Connect button and the camera device name will appear in the camera type field. Click Done to close the window. The change will be updated in the switcher input map. The Joystick tab. There are 7 joystick profiles saved as well as the default, which you would select for a generic USB joystick device. If you have trouble with the joystick, refer to the device calibration page first, then check this joystick page. With the joystick centered, click the Center button to correct any wandering the cameras might be doing. You can also customize the buttons and invert the axis of the controls. The Output tab. Use the drop-downs in these fields to select the output video resolution and audio mode, as well as the main and second video outputs. NDI output is enabled by default. You can disable it with the drop-down if you wish. The Devices tab. You'll use this tab to set up external devices used for GPI in and out communications. You may need assistance with this procedure, so call RUSHWORKS support and we'll be glad to help. The Options tab. This tab is the home of several VDESK options. Many are set by default when you receive your system, but you can use the checkboxes to change the behavior as needed. The interface mode selection allows you to switch between and among the 3 interfaces included with VDESK: Classic, Producer, and Talking Points. When you change to another mode, you'll be prompted to close the program so it can automatically reopen in the selected interface. The checkboxes default to our shipped status, but you can change and save them at any time. The Program Overlays checkboxes indicate which of the 9 button options you want to display on the program monitor to allow quick access for toggling the functions on and off. The Imag router setup is used if you'd like to automatically send a connected hardware router input selection that matches the VDESK switcher program input. This is handy if you want to avoid the latency on the VDESK output, which is inherent in most computerized video switching systems. The Blackmagic CleanSwitch 12x12 is a good choice for this functionality. The Crawl 1, Crawl 2, and Crawl 3 tabs. Here you'll choose the text, size, speed, color, and position parameters for each of the 3 independent crawls. You can simultaneously preview any or all of the 3 current crawl parameters by checking the associated checkboxes above the preview window.